Welcome to the Enchanted Ears podcast,
where we discuss anything and everything Disney.
I'm Angela.
And I'm Joe, and on today's episode, I am coming back for revenge. Because, I don't know, a couple months ago, we played a game where, Angela, I had you guess the attraction based on vague descriptions of the attraction. Okay. And you said it was too easy. So I'm coming back for revenge. And yes, you're like, wait, why are you coming back for revenge? Because in this story, I am the hero. I am the hero here. So I see myself as the hero. So I'm coming back. So I had...
Zero to hero?
Yes. I had AI help me a little bit make these to try to make them more difficult.
Is this more attractions?
More attractions, yes. We're doing Disneyland attractions. So we're playing
Disneyland.
Yes, we're playing another round of Guess the Attraction. We're doing Disneyland. Before we get into that, though, I want to cover the Disney news of the week. Interesting piece of concept art coming out of Tokyo Disney, which they kind of just drop this with like very little explanation other than it sounds like they are starting to plan for the 50th anniversary of Tokyo Disneyland, which is 2033. So we already know they are completely redoing Space Mountain. They've completely demolished that. They're rebuilding that attraction. That's going to open, I believe, in 2027. But now they are teasing a redo of Adventureland. And it appears, based on the concept art, that they would be getting rid of Jungle Cruise, the Tiki Room, the Treehouse, which I think the Treehouse has been closed for a while over there. And it seems like it's kind of based on Pixar. It looks like they have maybe like a roller coaster based on The Incredibles. They have maybe Paradise Falls based on Up. There's this like canoe ride that looks like that. I guess that would be where Jungle Cruise was, kind of same waterway. I'm not sure what that would be related to. I
looked at this concept art and none of it seemed inherently Disney to me. Like I was looking at it saying, what property, you didn't tell me what it was, but I'm like, is this even a Disney park? So
yeah, it seems very, very generic in terms of just what it is. And then
there's like a roller coaster with like mountains, like in
that's
supposed to be like.
That's what it seems like The Incredibles. Like there's like a red kind of bullet train, and kind of some of the designs kind of make it look like The Incredibles. Definitely looks like Up with Paradise Falls. There's some balloons there.
Oh yeah.
So I think it's kind of that vibe. So that's why I was kind of thinking like, okay, if this is maybe like a Pixar theme land, what could the canoes be? But I guess if it's Adventureland, Up as adventure, Incredibles as adventure, you could kind of build something else in there. So interesting, though, I think that they are looking at potentially getting rid of what we would consider classic opening day attractions. Their opening day attractions at Tokyo Disneyland, but I feel like Jungle Cruise, I feel like Tiki Room doesn't hold the same kind of history for Tokyo Disneyland as it does here. Like if they took Tiki Room or Jungle Cruise out of Disney World or Disneyland, I think people would like lose their minds. But I think it feels okay over at Tokyo.
I don't remember. Did they have the traditional Tiki Room song over there?
Well, it has Stitch. That's what I was gonna say. Like it's a completely different story. It's not.
But
like
again,
the Tiki Room here.
I'm not entirely sure that it even has like the thing that makes it like the Tiki Room.
Well, I think it does, but then Stitch plays a part in it. It's kind of like when Disney World tried to do like under new management and it didn't work. It kind of worked over there. But yeah, it feels like if you're going to do this in any park, like Tokyo is probably the park to do it in.
Yeah.
Just because I feel like people probably don't have that connection to those rides. But yeah, the concept, it's very, very general. They threw out some concept art too over at like Disney Sea that made it look like maybe Aquatopia is going away, which we love. It was like one of our top trackless rides. So that would be kind of sad if they got rid of that.
It would be.
Yeah, interesting to see what happens. Because like I said, no real other information on this. Just kind of like, this feels like, hey, it's almost blue sky. Like this is what we could do.
Yeah, maybe.
All right, so let's get into our main topic, the game Guess the Attraction, Disneyland version. So it was episode 337 a couple months ago when we played this with Walt Disney World. And Andrew said it was too easy. So this is my chance to redeem myself, to come back.
So you're not like Lin-Manuel Miranda. You only get 2 shots.
Exactly. I only get 2 shots at this. You get 1 shot, and if that doesn't go well, take another shot. So, and I do want to mention, if you like games like this, consider becoming a member on our YouTube channel. You can become an Enchanted Ears Insider. It's a premium membership where we have mini-sodes that we put out. There's some behind-the-scenes content. If we do interviews, you can help us ask questions, help us plan out future episodes. But we play a lot more games like this, kind of little, quick, short episodes on there. So if you're a fan of this kind of format, these things, consider joining our membership over on our YouTube channel. All right. So, Angela, like I said, I tried to make them as difficult as possible. I asked ChatGPT to help me so I could make them more difficult.
Oh my goodness.
I came to play. I was like, I cannot be made fun of again and be told like this is too easy. It has to be challenging.
See, I hope they're gettable though. Like I hope they're not so vague.
No,
they didn't
gettable.
remove all good details and stuff.
No.
That is the one fear I have in making them more difficult.
I worked with ChatGPT. We had a good back and forth on this.
You worked with ChatGPT.
We had a good back and forth.
You were sitting at a table with ChatGPT, your friend.
Exactly.
Sure.
It was just like working with Jarvis. I felt like I was Iron Man out there working with Jarvis. But yeah, so there are clues in everything that will help you. Did you get his
money?
Did I get Iron Man's money?
Yeah.
No, I did not.
Oh,
that would have
that's
been
disappointing.
Yeah, I know that would have been. I said I felt like Iron Man. I didn't say I became Iron Man.
Man.
But no, there's definitely clues that you can get all of them. I will say I do think this will be more difficult naturally because it's Disneyland as well. And there are a lot of attractions that are the same at Disneyland and Walt Disney World, so there is some overlap there.
Okay.
But there are some attractions that are like specific to Disneyland, and I feel like, we're less familiar with Disneyland, so I think just that is naturally going to be a little bit more difficult.
Okay.
Again, I'm just trying to make it as difficult as possible. Want all of our listeners to play along at home as well, and then let us know like how many you got correct for this. But how this will work is I have 3 clues to kind of go over this. They start the most vague and then kind of get a little bit easier to kind of help you out with the attraction. So we'll run through these, see if you know it. If you think you know it, we can kind of still read all 3 clues though, but you can say like, hey, I think I got it or not. So starting with the first one here, the first clue. Venture into a towering easy for me to say. Venture into a towering realm of ice and mystery where legends are whispered by the winds. Any ideas?
A realm of ice and mystery?
Yes.
Where legends are whispered by the winds?
Yes. There are some key clues in there.
Well, it sounds
like you don't have an idea.
I have a guess of what it would be, but I don't. Some of that maybe is just my recollection of the specific ride that I don't remember any sort of whispering winds in it.
Okay. Let me read the next clue, and you can see if your thought is right or not.
Okay. Yeah. I feel like I need like a whiteboard to write down my initial guess.
We'll put it on the honor system.
Okay.
I'll trust you.
Okay.
I've known you a handful of years. I trust you.
A handful.
It's not the first time we met. All right, the second clue. A journey through frosty corridors and perilous twists challenges even the bravest souls. Are you still thinking the same attraction? And what are you thinking at this point?
I mean, I am.
I'm already off to a better start because the last time you got it like every time in the first clue. All right, what are you thinking? Because
again, like some of the phrasing there, I think it's the Matterhorn.
Okay.
Because it's an ice covered mountain.
Okay.
But yeah, I can't think of anything else because it almost sounds like Frozen, but there is no Frozen ride over in Disneyland
that you know of.
I mean, unless they put one in overnight.
No, they didn't. Okay. All right. Third clue here. This ride's rocky exterior hides a secret world of speed and splendor that defies gravity.
Yes. Okay. I was right.
It is the Matterhorn. So the first one, the key there, ice, mystery, the ice cave, and legends. Legends. First of all, the abominable snowman, the Yeti, is the legend.
Okay.
And just the winds are like the speed you're kind of going through. The Yeti yells.
Whispered on the wind. I mean, that is some serious. I mean,
again, it's a little poetic. It's very beautiful. We've got very poetic with this, but you got it.
Okay.
But it was tough. It's just a lot harder than last time. I'm liking this so far. Okay. All right. The next one is Thank
you for wearing a Matterhorn shirt the last time we recorded. We recorded 2 today. You wore that, and that was what was on my mind.
I was thinking, I'm glad I didn't wear it for this one. All right, set off on a voyage where the line between myth and reality blurs upon dark waters. Any initial thoughts?
I mean, I do have one. Is that ride even still there?
What are you thinking? What's your initial thought on this one?
Well, it makes me think of the one that's in the submarine under the water. I can't remember what it's called.
Oh, like the submarine voyage?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's your initial thought. Why are you thinking that? Because of dark waters?
Dark waters.
Okay.
And yeah, what was it? I mean, it was basically the entire description.
Okay. The next clue is you'll encounter skeletal figures and daring escapades amid the gentle lapping of waves. Are you still thinking?
Go back to the first one again?
Okay. Set off on a voyage where the line between myth and reality blurs upon dark waters.
Okay, this is Pirates of the Caribbean.
Okay, and the third clue is humor and mystery blend as you drift through a realm of swashbuckling legends.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the first clue, the myth and reality, that's the pirate, tale and going back in time.
Yeah,
and
it makes
everything.
perfect sense. Yeah. But is that ride the first one that I guessed? It's not. It's
the submarine voyage.
Yeah, is it still there?
There's a submarine ride there. Yeah.
It's still functioning though.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, still a functioning attraction. So.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So 2 for 2. 2 for 2.
I didn't get it on the first time though. This time.
But see, they are all gettable though. Yeah. The clues are there. If you know the answer, they're there. Very easy for me because I have all the answers. I'm like, these are so simple. All right. All right. The next one. Step into a stately manor where the echoes of the past murmur in every shadow.
Is this Haunted Mansion?
Okay. Why do you think it's Haunted Mansion?
Stately manor and past echoes and every.
Okay. It's a good guess. Good guess. Let's see. Clue 2. An eerie procession of unseen guests invites you to a never-ending ball.
Yeah, it's Haunted Mansion.
Haunted Mansion. Yeah, and then clue 3. As you meander through dimly lit corridors, the charm of the macabre becomes all too real.
Macabre.
Yeah. Yeah, so that one is Haunted Mansion.
Creepy paper.
They should do a What We Do in the Shadows attraction.
Oh my goodness, I would love that. I think that they should have just like some of the characters just like throw them in there.
They should do like an
overlay.
Like a Jackie. I'm thinking like Jackie Daytona though. Like how can we get Jackie Daytona into an attraction specifically from there? If you've not watched What We Do in the Shadows, just go watch it. It's done, so you can watch the
the entire thing.
Complete thing. 6 seasons.
It's
great. You can watch it in a weekend.
It's stupid humor, but it's funny.
It's amazing. You can watch it in a whole weekend.
Yeah. If you don't know anything about it, it's a vampire mockumentary.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. Vampires are real, and they're following them around like the documentary filmmakers.
But they're my favorite kind of story, which is the fish out of water story of like they just don't know how to interact with
They're not great
culture.
vampires, let's put it
and
that
they're
way.
also not great vampires.
Yeah. I mean, they're great vampires, but they're not great vampires.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Okay, back on track here. All right. Next attraction, first clue here. Board a vessel that speeds through endless darkness where starlight is a fleeting memory. You seem very stumped by all these.
Wait, read that one again?
I'm good. Okay, board a vessel that speeds through endless darkness where starlight is a fleeting memory.
Oh. Where starlight is a fleeting memory?
Mm-hmm.
Is this Space Mountain?
Okay, so Space Mountain is what you're thinking after
Yeah.
the first clue. All right, let's go on to the next clue. A high-speed journey through twisting turns challenges your sense of space and time.
Yeah, I'm still going with that.
Okay, and the last one, through the vast expanse of the cosmos remains hidden. Its thrill is unmistakably felt with each turn.
Yeah, I'm still going.
Yeah,
I feel
Space
like all
Mountain.
3 of those are the same exact
Yeah,
thing
basically,
said differently.
basically the same. I mean, how is he going to describe Space Mountain? It's dark.
Yeah.
You're going quick. You're actually not going that fast, but you feel like you're going fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's Space Mountain. So.
I was super stumped the first time, and then I had you read it again, and the
Yeah,
stars aligned. You like that?
I did. I did. All right. The next one here. Embark on a journey down a meandering waterway into a realm where nature and humor intertwine.
Jungle Cruise.
Yeah, that was kind of an easy one.
It was very easy.
I'll read the other two. A playful guide leads you through a world of vibrant foliage and unexpected surprises. And this journey through untamed wilderness offers a blend of adventure, laughter, and a touch of danger. But yeah, it's difficult when you say like humor.
I laugh in the face of danger.
What is that from?
The Lion King.
Oh, that's from The Lion King.
Yeah.
Okay, I was like, I definitely know I know that.
Yeah, because this is when Simba says that, and then the hyenas come out, and then and then. Do you want me to start reciting the rest of the movie, or do you want to stop me now?
I think we'll stop from there. It's funny though that you're like, yeah, I can start at like minute 7:25 and just go. But yeah, but it's tough. What I was gonna say is with the Jungle Cruise, because it's like really the only attraction, I guess, besides like Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor, which they don't have at Disneyland. It's the only attraction with humor. So anytime you say like it's something intertwined with humor, and especially if you say water or boat or anything, like you immediately know it's Jungle Cruise because it's known for the humor, it's known for the jokes. Like there's no other attraction like that at Disneyland.
Well, and
Disney
foliage
World.
and stuff. Because I think you can almost make the argument that like there's other rides, boat rides that are led by guides that do try to make an attempt at humor because the ride itself is a little on the dry side.
You're talking about Storybook Land Canal?
I am talking about that one.
They tried. I don't know if they tried.
Yeah, they were the last time we rode it, they were cracking some jokes.
Yeah, but again, I don't think it's known.
No, it's not known
It's
for
not
that.
known for the humor.
But I think that they were like, yeah, these are like little miniatures, so we gotta like. There's not a lot going on here. This is very
It's like the best ride at Disneyland.
This is very.
It's like the
when
best
you say
ride there.
Disneyland, are you including DCA?
I don't know. Am I? I don't want to help you.
I mean, you said Disney, but I was just saying like the Disneyland, like overall Disneyland, or
It's just Disneyland.
Okay.
I'm not talking Disneyland Resort. I'll help you out here.
Because I wasn't thinking about DCA, and then I was like, he's gonna throw like Pixar Pal around in there, and I'm gonna miss it because I'm not thinking about it.
Yeah, no, this is just Disneyland, not the whole resort. I'll help you out. Okay, you ready for the next one? Doing pretty good. You've gotten them all so far, but you've struggled a bit. Last time I feel like you laughed at me every time I read them. You're like, easy, got it. Easy, got it. You're at least thinking this time, which makes me feel better. Okay. All right, the next one is descend into a silent, watery domain teeming with vibrant life and hidden wonders. I think you may not get this one. This one may be the most difficult one.
Is this the submarine ride?
That's what you're thinking?
Currently,
the submarine ride?
Descend into a watery something or other. The
domain
that does what now?
So you're making me reread these and you get more time to think about it. Teeming with vibrant life and hidden wonders.
I mean,
okay.
This could also be like Small World.
It could be.
Like, they're so vague about it.
I'm going to read the next one. Submerged vessels guide you through a surreal world where every turn reveals nature's artistry.
I'm still going with that submarine ride.
Do you know the name of it?
You just said it.
I didn't say it.
Yeah, you told me.
I said that submarine ride.
It's called The Submarines with Mr. Submarine.
I don't think that's it. Last clue here. The depths reveal the adventures of a lovable orange fish.
Oh, yeah, Nemo and Friends or something. Nemo, Adventures with Captain Nemo. Nemo,
Not
the
Captain
adventurer.
Nemo. No, I think it is. I don't know if it's called the Submarine Voyage with Nemo and Friends, but it's like I think it might just be like Voyage with Nemo and Friends. But yes, this is the submarine attraction. It used to be 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
Yeah.
It is now themed to Nemo. You got that one.
Yeah.
I think you only got it because you thought the submarine ride earlier, When you started talking
No,
about that, I was
because
like,
I'm
oh,
just
now you're
trying to
thinking
think
about
of
it.
what rides differentiate it. Like when we started this, I'm like, okay, what rides are Disney? Because I came into this completely blind. You said we're playing a game.
Yeah.
So I didn't even know it was like, I didn't know what it was. I didn't know what the topic was or Disneyland. So when you were talking, my mind was buzzing with, okay, what are some of the rides that are only in Disneyland that we don't have in Disney World? Because I think I can nail down the ones that are in both. But I need to start thinking of the rides that aren't in Disney World.
Yeah, I'm surprised you thought of that one.
I think it's an interesting ride.
Like when you mentioned it earlier, I was like, oh, now it's in her head. Like she's going to get this one later because she's thinking, oh, yeah, that submarine ride.
Well, you know what, though? If that worked, then remember that one time when you guessed when you guessed elemental for every single one, but the one that it was elemental. So, I mean, that doesn't always work.
Yeah.
Remember that? Does that still sting?
I'm not bitter or anything. I'm just constantly coming up with games to try to make a fool of you, and it never works. So you tell me if I'm still bitter. All right, let's move on to the next one. Step into a world where historical tales and galactic adventures merge into one.
Is this okay? Do you want me to hold my guess, or do you want me to?
You can hold it. You have a thought.
I do.
You have a thought.
Okay. I have a pretty well formed, but I'll wait.
An ever-changing journey takes you through familiar landscapes from the big screen.
An ever-changing journey takes you through familiar.
So what were you thinking? What were you thinking after the first clue?
Landscapes through the big screen. Ever-changing. The first part of that sounds like what I thought it was, and then they said big screen, and now it throws me off. I mean, a lot of the ride is on screens. I was thinking it's Mission Breakout.
Okay, you were thinking Mission Breakout. Okay.
So, all right, read the third clue.
This is gonna kind of give it away. Rapid movements and sudden turns are the result of your droid pilot.
Oh, okay. I mean, yeah.
Okay, what? What do you think it is?
Well, our pilot. So this is a weird one though, because the pilot of Rise is a droid, but that one's not a big screen type ride. I would consider Smuggler's Run the ride that is more associated with screens.
Okay, so what's your guess?
So what was that last clue again? Like, what was that last clue?
Rapid movements and sudden turns are the result of your droid pilot. So where are you going with this? I will say very good in the fact that you do know that Smuggler's Run and Rise of the Resistance are both in Disneyland, so they are in play. No, I'm just saying, like they are in play there. So what are you thinking?
I think that this is the ride that we can't ride. This is Star Tours.
Oh, very good. You got it at the end. This is Star Tours.
That might have been a little bit of me reading you too. I forgot about that one.
Oh, jeez.
I forgot about that one. And when you said it's very good that you remembered those are over there.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh wait, we don't ever ride Star Tours because it makes me ill. But
you get motion sickness.
But there is a droid that it makes perfect sense.
So the key in the second one, this is where you got thrown off. I wasn't saying that it was necessarily a screen-based attraction. I said an ever-changing journey takes you through familiar landscapes from the big screen, in the fact that Star Tours has landscapes from the movies, from the big screen that you see.
Yeah, this makes sense. If we rode this more, I would have gotten it sooner. But
I also liked the first part. I just want to pat myself on the back here for a second, because I said historic tales and galactic ventures as another way of saying a long time ago in a galaxy far away. So I called them historical tales for a long time ago. So, but in Star Tours you do have a droid, which I think it's it used to be
C-3PO.
Well, I think it used
to be the
who's DJ Rex.
Yeah.
But it is C-3PO now. But there's movements and turns there for your droid pilot. You got that. I thought I almost had you, because when you said Mission Breakout, I was like, she is so off base here.
Well, like, it was space, yeah, and I wasn't thinking Star Wars.
And that's You broke your rule of like, hey, it's not even in Disneyland.
That's true.
All right. So I was close on that one. Okay. All right, the next one. Enter a hidden oasis where lively melodies and colorful characters set the scene.
I have a guess.
Okay.
But let me get the
Go to the
second
next one.
one
Okay.
so that people can play along.
A festive gathering unfolds in a realm filled with exotic sounds and enchanting rhythms. Are you still thinking the same thing? What are you thinking now? What are your thoughts?
Read the first one again.
No, I'm not rereading these again.
No, read the first one again.
No, what are you thinking?
Read the first one again.
No, you've gotten them all right so far. What are you thinking?
Well, okay. So I have two guesses. My initial thought was this is and I some of these rides.
Oh, I feel like I need to cover my face so I don't give anything away. Go ahead.
Some of these rides, I don't know the names of them.
Okay.
But I know it as like the Little Mermaid ride. So I think this is the Little Mermaid ride,
Okay.
but there is a sneak part of me that's like, is this the Tiki Room? Like, is this, because they're saying like enchanting melodies and things like that. So then it now makes me sort of think like it's one of these rides that I'm maybe not thinking. Again, this is one of those ones that I said, like, they can be so vague that it applies to a lot of Disney rides because they lean heavily on the music because it's so good.
It's the point. It's the point of the game. Makes it tough. Okay. Last clue here. This attraction offers a jubilant escape to a faraway land of sun, song, and whimsy. Does that help you in any way or make you more confused? By your face, it seems like you're more confused now.
I feel like I must be completely off base here because again, I would not consider either of the two rides to be song, yes, sun, I don't know, and whimsy is just basically Disney. So that does not help. So my thought here is it has to be a ride that leans heavily on music. So let's think about the rides that lean heavily on music, that are very musical would again be the Little Mermaid ride. They're playing music the whole time. The Enchanted Tiki Room, they're playing music.
I believe that's called Voyage of the Little Mermaid, by the way.
Yeah, I think you're right. I'm trying to think of.
So what are you thinking between those two?
Hang on.
Or is there a third option?
No, there's Sun, Song, and Whimsy. I was gonna say it also could be just like, oh, we just said that's DCA. Never mind.
What were you gonna say?
I was say Mission Breakout because there's
you
songs.
Really want Mission Breakout?
I do want
happen.
Mission Breakout because it's a unique. I mean, it's sort of unique to
who knows? Maybe
Disneyland.
there's a random DCA one in there.
Sun, Song, and Whimsy. I feel like you are loving this though because I think I'm completely off base and I'm forgetting something.
Okay, so I need a guess. What's your final guess here?
I'm just gonna go with Little Mermaid.
That is incorrect. Yes. It's the Enchanted Tiki Room.
Son of a gun.
So a couple reasons. One, Little Mermaid is in Disney California Adventure, not in Disneyland.
Yeah.
So that kind of puts it out as well. Also, a festive gathering is the Tiki Room. Little Mermaid isn't necessarily a gathering. It's going through the entire story of the Little Mermaid as a retelling, but the Tiki Room is more of a festive gathering. You're in a faraway land, an island. It's sunny in islands. That's maybe some liberties there.
Yeah,
but
super liberties. It actually it does rain.
But
so if we mentioned rain, we can't mention sun. Yeah,
but exotic
I'm gonna call foul on
Here's
this.
the thing, though.
I'm gonna call foul on this.
Exotic sounds and enchanting rhythms.
I did hear the word enchanting.
And rhythms. There's the drums
rhythm.
and everything. So this is Enchanted Tiki Room.
I mean, there are some words in there.
Just because you got one wrong
at least
doesn't mean you need to protest the entire game. It's
No.
okay. You're doing fine. I am redeemed, though. That is all that matters.
I mean, I only missed one.
Okay. It doesn't matter. You missed one.
I only missed one, though.
There's still a few more left, so we'll see.
I should have gotten it, but...
Okay. Next one. Because now you're going to be in your own head. This is great. Do the
No,
wheels
I
fall
got
off?
this.
Okay, all right. Take the wheel. Do the wheels fall off? Here we go. Take the wheel in a nostalgic adventure that
This
harkens
is-
back to
this
a
is,
bygone era of open roads.
Yeah, this is Cars. This is the Cars ride.
Okay.
This is the one. I don't remember what it's called.
Radiator Springs Racers.
Yes. This
Okay.
is Radiator.
All right. Well, let me read the rest of them for the listeners.
Because now you got cocky, so I'm gonna guess them before
okay.
you even
All right.
finish
All right.
reading it.
In a landscape that blends past visions of the future with classic charm, you control your destiny.
You've got a touch of destiny about you.
A simple ride becomes an immersive experience where every turn is a nod to vintage Americana.
I feel like you're gonna be like, no, it's the Luigi's, blah 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 blah.
It is not Cars. You're wrong. Cars is Disney California
Oh,
Adventure.
Disney's- yeah.
We're in Disneyland. Again, you got cocky. I got you. This is Autopia. So this is,
Oh,
and again, and you control your destiny because you're driving the cars.
Yeah.
You're kind of controlling how you go.
yeah.
It's a nod back to kind of when Cars,
Yeah.
came.
That ride is so far off my radar. I would have
I
never
know,
gotten it.
Exactly. Oh, I told you I got you in your head now. You're getting
Yeah.
cocky like Cars. It's Cars. It's Radiator Springs Racers. Not even the Ray Park. Okay.
Yeah, I gotta ask myself now before every guess that is not in DCA. Is
Oh
it?
for 2. 0 for 2. I've restarted the game.
No,
I've restarted
no,
the
I was
game.
gonna say that is not over too.
You're 0 for 2. I restarted the game here. Here's your next one. Drift along a gentle current that weaves together stories from every corner of the world.
This is Storybook Canal.
Okay. A kaleidoscope of colors and smiling faces invites you to embrace a message of unity.
This. It's a small world.
You got too cocky.
No.
Yes,
no,
I'm counting you. You were so confident.
No.
You're only getting a half a point for this one.
No.
This timeless voyage whispers this timeless voyage whispers a harmonious tale of cultural celebration and shared joy.
Yeah. So.
It's a small world, but
Yes.
you got too cocky and
No.
said it's Storybook Canal.
Nope.
I can't give you full credit for this, Angela.
No.
I will take pity on you because I don't want you to go 0 for 3, and I will give you half a point. So you got half a point
No.
out of 3,
No.
which is still a failing grade. I'm sorry.
No.
No, you didn't, not too bad. So out of 10, you got, we'll say, 7.5 points.
8.
Potato.
That's an 80%.
Still,
Not great.
it was a lot of fun.
Not terrible.
I feel a lot better about myself. Last time, I didn't want to make them too challenging because I
so-
didn't want to embarrass you. But then
so
you
let's-
made fun of me, so this time I tried to
So
make
let's
them
get this
challenging.
straight. So for you to feel good about yourself, I have to fail. Wow.
Not fail, but you made fun of me
Wow.
last time. You were so cocky about this. Is so easy. I got them all right. I had to make sure you couldn't get them all right. I had to make them a little bit more challenging for you so that they were a little bit more challenging.
So the
Because
Tiki Room one.
I'm terrible at games.
What was the other one I missed? I missed the Tiki Room, which I should have gotten.
You missed Autopia.
Oh, yeah. And that one I wouldn't have gotten. So I
Yeah.
really should have gotten 9 out of 10.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So I at least got you on one. No, it was fun. It was
Yeah.
fun.
No, that one was, I think that one was slightly better.
Yeah.
The only one that was easy was Jungle Cruise.
Again, yeah. Jungle Cruise is a tough one to kind of mask. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, again, if you like these games, if you want more of the Enchanted Ears podcast, join our premium membership on YouTube, become an Enchanted Ears Insider. We'll have a mini-sode up there, at least one a month, plus some other bonuses and things for you to join as well. But we'd love to hear from our listeners. How well did you guys do? Did you get all 10 right? I want you guys to get them all right. I just want Angela to get them wrong. So hopefully all the listeners got everyone correct.
This is the
there.
kind of supportive relationship I'm in.
Again, I don't want you to miss. I didn't want you to get 0 out of 10. I'm glad you missed 2. That's good. That's good. I feel like I made them somewhat challenging enough that it wasn't easy for you. That's all I wanted.
Yeah, it wasn't a slam dunk.
Exactly. So we'd love to hear from our listeners how well you guys did. If you're watching this on YouTube, let us know in the comments, or you can let us know on Instagram. We're at Enchanted Ears Podcast over there. But that wraps up the show for this week. I want to thank everybody again for listening. If you've not done so, please leave us a rating or a review. Subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. It really helps, and we really appreciate it.
Thanks for lending us your ears.
Have a great week, everybody. We'll see you here next Monday.
Bye-bye.